Beauties of the world, welcome to the Dynasty. My name is Vika, and thank you so much for joining me. I can't wait to get to know you, and I can't wait for you to get to know me. Just a little thing about the Dynasty is a channel that I wanted to create because I wanted a place where people who are going through either hardships or have made mistakes and feel as though they're completely alone, I want them to know that they're not entirely alone, that they can come here and have a supportive community about the situations that they're going through. I am a single mother of one. I am 23 years old, so I have gone through some hardships. I've also made plenty of mistakes, and I am very open about my story so people know that they're not alone and it's okay to feel certain ways. So my first video was basically just a longer version of that. My second video was where my fear of abandonment took place. And this video is going to be a continuation of how my fear of abandonment affected my relationship with my adopted family. So, story time! For those of you who don't know, I was born in Russia in 1997. My sister was born in 1999. My mother, my birth mother, left us in 2000. I was sent to an orphanage right away, and my sister had to go to the hospital. One day I had a loving family, and then the next I was alone by myself in an orphanage, completely surrounded by strangers and other kids that I didn't know. That's where my fear of abandonment truly began, I believe, because of the fact that I was entirely alone. I wasn't sure if I was ever going to see my sister, my mother again, or anything, or if I was even going to be adopted by a new family, which is a very difficult concept to think of when you're just 4 years old, if you're ever going to have a family to love you and call your own. Luckily, I was adopted, and I was adopted with my biological half-sister, so the one that was in the hospital. We were adopted by an American family who loved us very much. We had a mother, a father, aunts, uncles, grandmothers. We had a community of people that wanted to love and care for us and did, even though they had no idea who we were. My parents did whatever they could to support us and make sure that we had the best life possible. And they really went by that saying that they wanted to give their kids a better life than they grew up. And they gave us a wonderful life. But just because I was adopted now doesn't mean that my fear of abandonment just went away. No, it was still definitely there. I didn't really have a close relationship with my adoptive dad. Him and I did have a relationship, and it was a somewhat healthy relationship. We just were never really close. He was someone that I did feel as though I could turn to at times if I was uncomfortable going to my mom to talk to, which was great because sometimes he was a lot easier to talk to than my mom. But it was my mom that I really had more of the fear of abandonment for, because of the fact that my birth mother had left me already. I was really afraid that my adoptive mother was going to leave me already, so I clung on to her more, and I wanted to make sure that she loved me. I wanted to make sure that no matter what, she wasn't going to get rid of me like my first mother did. So, my childhood, as I said, was fantastic. My parents did everything that they could to support us. So we had family who loved us, and we were able to do so many things that weren't even a dream or a possibility if I had stayed in the orphanage or even with my birth mother. So this family had gone above and beyond. But as I got older, I started to feel as though I had less of a say in my appearance. Since I wanted to make my mom happy, I kind of just went with the flow. And as I got even older, past middle school and starting my freshman year of high school, I started to feel kind of more negative about myself because of the certain things that my adopted mother was saying. I fully believe that there is a positive and negative way to criticize someone. And when you're criticizing a 14-year-old hormonal girl who is going through puberty and is in high school, negative isn't really the best way. I gained some weight when I was a freshman in high school, and my adoptive mother made a comment about it in a negative way. And it started making me feel very body conscious about my weight. And after my freshman year, I only weighed about 120 and 130 pounds, no more. I'm only 5'3", so it's not that crazy to weigh that much, but if I weighed any more, I was scared that my adopted mom, would speak to me negatively or say something negative about my appearance and put me down in a way. Another experience that I had with my adoptive mother, putting down my appearance of something that I wanted to do, something that I was hoping to do to like spread my wings of style a little bit, to see why I did it and it did not like about on myself. I wanted to cut my hair short, and by short I mean probably like this length or chin length. I used to have hair down to here, so that's quite a difference, but my adoptive mother's response was, "Why would you do that to yourself? No boy is gonna like you with short hair." Again, that isn't the best way to go about giving your opinion, I feel, as though to a hormonal teenage girl who is already going through a lot of stuff. Plus, high school, I don't know about you, but I didn't have the greatest experience in high school. There were bullies, and my mom feeling like a bully didn't help. It wasn't until my freshman year at University of Delaware that my adopted mother kicked me out of the house. I was depressed at first, obviously. My birth mother had not kicked me out, but my birth mother had abandoned me, and now my adopted mother had turned her back on me. And it was upsetting, because what I had feared as a child, being abandoned by my family, came true. I was once again abandoned by my adoptive family, and that story will be more in detail later on. This is just the abandonment part and all that. So, after I was done feeling depressed, I actually started feeling free. It kind of was a pattern. Free, depressed, free, depressed, free, depressed. It was all over the place, but the first thing I did was cut bangs. I had no say in my hair, and I wanted to have bangs, but my mom would never allow me to have bangs because I didn't have the right shaped face for it. I love having bangs. I think I rock bangs to this day. I love bangs. The only thing I don't like about bangs is the growing out bangs. That's the only pain in the butt. The other part I liked. So I was very happy, and after that initial cut, I started doing more and more with my hair, and I was able to realize what I didn't like. I realized that I really enjoy having short hair. I do. This is the longest my hair has been in 4 months. Not months, 4 years. 4 years. I used to be bald, but then since I let my hair grow out, and then I really enjoyed it short, I started coloring it more, and I was able to find the things that I liked. I know that I don't like having red hair, and I know that now from experiencing having red hair. But I wouldn't have ever had that chance if I still had my mother saying no and having all the power in it. And I guess that's kind of like the lesson that I learned from having my fear of abandonment is because even though I was so scared of being alone, I lost myself and my ability to find myself when I was younger. It took me a while because I didn't have the ability and the freedom to find myself until I was older. Now that I'm older and I've started to needle things out that I don't like, I've started to create more of a sense of style that I really enjoy. And I'm still learning about things that I do and don't like about on myself, and ways that I do and don't like my hair. You know, to each their own. You could be 39 and a half and still not feel 100% confident because of the people that you're around. And that's why I learned. It was harder for me to be happier with myself around my adoptive mom than it is for me now around complete strangers and regulars that I've met at the bar who I've known less time than I knew my adopted mom. It's because of the fact that they accept me for who I am. They accept me for my personality rather than just my appearance. They enjoy our conversations, and they are supportive, and it is those people that you want to be surrounded by to be able to make you feel great about yourself. You don't want to be around people that constantly put you down, because then you'll never feel happy or confident about yourself. It isn't until you make that first step to make yourself happy for you to be selfish and continue to do so. Because do you know what? Go ahead, be selfish. Be happy and do what makes you happy with your appearance. It's your body. If you want to have cat whiskers and want to have 9-inch claws, go ahead. If you want to shave your entire head, go ahead. If that's what is going to make you feel confident about yourself, and if that's going to make you happy, go ahead. What matters is that you are happy, and eventually, with that happiness, you will find people that will support and love you for who you are and not for your appearance. So, that's basically that. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much again for joining. And I hope that you continue watching. And I hope to see how this goes. I hope this helped someone. Or if not, it felt good to get off my chest. Don't forget, beauties, you're all queens.